On October 15th, 2020, my 96-year-old dad, Francis Chesko, a sergeant in World War II, sat down for a Zoom interview about the Battle of the Bulge. My dad's hearing isn't so good anymore, so I had to act as middleman and relay the questions from Jim Treisler, the education director at the Virginia War Memorial, to him. The first one about growing up as a teenager in the 1930s in a patch just outside Mahanoy City, Pennsylvania.
I was in high school yet, and of course we had a depression, and we used to stand in line for soup in the schools. So I had a very, very tough life before the World War II. I was drafted, had no choice, right after school. Yep, that was it. Uncle Sam wanted me. Second day. Normandy, France. Utah Beach. We had to go and build bridges for the 101st Airborne Division in Connerton, France. And we also had a fight with them to help fight the Germans. Then after that, we took little towns in France, and on my way to say La Haye du Puy, I don't know what happened, but there was artillery, and there was mortars coming in, and I don't know, I wound up in a field hospital. And they were pulling the skin off my arms, legs, and a little bit off my face. Then I spent 2.5 months in France, or in England, recuperating. So after that, they sent me back to the war, but not with the 148th Engineer Combat Battalion. They sent me back with the 7th Armored Division into the Battle of the Bulge. What was my job? Building bridges, blowing up mines, planting mines, of course fighting. We were combat engineers, and that was most of my job. Oh man, that was very, very terrifying. One mistake, and you were smithereens. Lots of pieces. That was it. I was scared. I won't say the word. And the worst thing was the primacord. Oh, that traveled 19,000 feet per second after you set the cap off. But that was pretty good stuff. You could blow trees down and houses and everything with it. So that was it. What other memories? Well, of course, St. Vith, that was the biggest memory. That's where we were up in Aachen, Germany at the time, December the 16th, 44. And they said, load up, we're going back 50 miles. So we thought R&R. Oh yeah. So we go back 50 miles and it was supposed to be friendly troops. But it was the enemy. So we had to fight them to get our objective of St. Vith. And when we got it, we had to fight our way into it. And it was awesome. Oh my goodness, we had other help from other divisions. But we had an awful time getting to it. And the St. Vith was a very vital rail and road center that the Germans wanted. They wanted it the first day. But we fooled them, and we held for 5 days till our reinforcements came up. And we still got pushed out. So after we got pushed out, we got help, and went back in, and we captured it on my 21st birthday and hung the banners up. Hallelujah. It was very, very sweet, 21st birthday.
You spent Christmas there also, right? Tell us about Christmas. Christmas.
Oh, yeah. December 25th, yeah. That's when I was eating snow for 2 days because they couldn't keep up with us with supplies. Snow didn't taste so good, but I made sure it wasn't yellow. I wasn't inside of a tank.
No?
No, I was with the Combat Engineers. I climbed in them once in a while, but that was about it. Yeah. No, I had nothing to do with tanks, except load them up. We used to plant the mines. And the one time, we had a bazooka, and we aimed it at a tank, and it misfired. And the tanker, German tanker, I could see the turret was starting to turn my way, and I was in the window of a building. Well, boy, I beat the 100-mile dash out the back window, and they ran the tank out around the building after us. But thank God, there were some tank destroyers behind us, and they blew the German tank to bits. And that was a narrow escape, very narrow. And lots of artillery came in and real close. And we had one lad from New York. An artillery shell comes in and over our head and landed in front of him, and it blew him apart. And, that wasn't too nice. Then we'd advance, and we saw a German soldier with his arms off and his intestines spread around. It was a gruesome sight. And one of our guys from another outfit went and picked the arm up and took the ring off, or the wristwatch off his arm, and then he got his bayonet and chopped the ring off his finger. Oh boy.
Yikes.
It was terrible. Yeah. Well, a pontoon bridge. We built one across the Rhine River in 36 hours. What you would do, they bring the pontoon equipment in, and we had generators. We blow the pontoons up, and then we put the treads on, and we'd guide them out into the stream, the river, and we put the pins in, and then we'd have to anchor them some way. Now they used to have pile drivers to anchor them, but that would take a day or so. So what we used to do, we'd go find little boats along the river edge, and we'd fill them with rocks, tons of rock. Oh, how many we put across there? Maybe 10 or 12 across the 13-foot Rhine River. And then we'd anchor them with cables, and that would keep the pontoon bridge from drifting downstream. So that was, and the air in the pontoons, that's what kept them up, kept the weight up. That was it. Oh yeah, we were told to take a little part of a forest. It was just small, and they didn't know how many enemy there could be in there. So we had to go up with just a squad of 12 men, And this one man from, I won't mention any names, he put his rifle up against my belly button. And he said, "You're not making me go up." So I said, "Now listen."
He's gonna cry.
I said, "I take orders. I give them to you." I said, "Why don't you go down to the CP and talk to the commanding commander and see what he will have to say?" So he listened to me, and I never saw him again. That was it. So we went up into the woods, and there was a few shots fired, and out come Germans, Czechoslovakians, Polish, Israeli, and all different nationalities, and they surrendered. That was it. Oh, sure, I was an honor to serve. Not happy. Sure. Yeah, well, they lived in not a concentration camp, but a German or a Russian camp. And when we made the biggest mistake. We opened the gates and they came out. They cleaned us out of everything, all food. They were eating dead horses. Oh my God, stinky horses. Oh, it was awesome. Yeah.
Russian soldiers, that would be?
Oh yeah, Russian soldiers. Yeah, we visited, Rose and I. Yeah, sure. But we didn't know I didn't know anything of it, though. It was altogether different.
And what was that like being back there? What was that like being back there?
Oh, well, that was an honor to just get back there and see it. It was very nice to see it again. And talk with the people. Oh, definitely, a lot of times. Sure, why not? The Germans had them set, and the shrapnel would come down, and even if you're in a foxhole. But I played it pretty smart, though. I used to cover them with logs and dirt, so then any shrapnel came down from the trees, it would hit the logs and the dirt, and it wouldn't hit me. Thank God a farmer had some logs there in the field. Maybe I should tell this story.
Go ahead.
In my foxhole, this was just a TV inquiry, and I told the guy that was taking the inquiry, I said, "Now look, in my one corner, I put my microwave in my foxhole, and the other corner, I put my television, and in the center I put my recliner." And guess what? The interviewer said, "Where did you get the electricity?" My goodness. Microwaves and TV, they weren't even invented yet.
But he believed you.
Hey, oh yeah, yeah. Oh well. Little humor. Oh, goodbye everybody, and that was very good. I hope I did a good job, but I was proud to serve.
Thanks.
It was an honor. Thank you.